You're such an asshole.
AssholeConsulting.com. Doing laundry. It might be an unbalanced load, and then the laundry washer makes noise. Hopefully it won't do that, and then I won't have to interrupt this video. Anyway, it's Asshole Consulting. If you have a question because you don't know where you're going in life, regardless of your age, you could send it to me at AssholeConsulting.com. And the benefit of me being an asshole is I can be truthful to you, and that makes it cheaper. So you get better service, and it's a lot cheaper. If I'm allowed to curse at you, call you a fucking idiot. Dear asshole, repeat customer, the advice you gave me last time was well worth it, and for the comedic factor alone, on top of it being good advice. For consideration in the following questions, I'm a 19-year-old male who lives in Bismark, North Dakota. I'm going to Bismark State College for accounting. I'm heading into my second semester. I work third shift and a janitor at Walmart for $14 an hour. I know exactly, I've been to that Walmart. I've been there. And I find the job quite fun. I pursue minimalism to the best of my abilities. I don't foresee having a family myself for at least a decade or so. Well, that's good because you're only 19. I'm living at home and saving most of what I'm making. I'm hoping to be able to outright buy a small condo by the time I am done with school. Is this a bad idea? I hope to stay around town, but don't mind the thought of moving. Plan on road tripping once I graduate to see the country, to see where I want to live. Yeah, I mean, it's all right, but don't. That's not your goal, is to buy a house right out of college. That was mine and I fucked it up, okay? Because I anchored myself to the Twin Cities. Yeah, thinking, well, I'll just pay it off in 10 years because I'll work, then I'll go move some. No. You got to do what you're going to road trip, like you said there. That's absolutely important. Read Reconnaissance Man. And I would not even bother buying a condo until you are absolutely sure you have found the town you want to live in. And that could be a 10-year process. Now, if a great opportunity comes along to buy a rental property that, you're just going to make a ton of money on, you can have your buddy manage it from while you're running around the country, that's certainly doable. That's certainly possible. But in general, I would wait until you got your career situated, you have your student loans paid off, you've traveled around, you figured out where you want to be, because that mortgage payment's got to be, and frankly, unless you have it really fancy, so you have to be like some, drama queen with a really fancy apartment. As long as you're a guy and you're living minimalistically, rent is going to be cheaper than buying, especially in the short term. So not until you know you're going to, and not until you know you're going to be at a place for at least, I'd say, 8 to 10 years would even bother buying a house. All right. So if all of a sudden you happen to have cash that's burning a hole in your pocket, but even then, okay, yeah, you knock out your largest single expense, rent. But I'd make sure you really want to continue living in Bismarck and you figured out all this other shit, like what else is out there in the world. So, you know my stance if you listen to my videos: Vegas, Colorado, Phoenix, Florida, but I like warm places. But yeah, it's not a bad idea, but don't pull the trigger too quickly on it. 2, is there anything I can do to increase my chances of getting promoted? And I'm trying to get promoted to low-level management, which would put me at close to $17 an hour. I don't kiss ass at all, and quite a few people have told me I would be good at it. I should go for it. Most of management seems to like me as far as I could tell. The only problem I foresee is that I would get it due to age alone, as everyone on shift is a minimum a decade older than me. Oh, you wouldn't get it? No, I mean, as long as you work hard, just go ask the boss. What do I need to do here to get promoted? What jobs are open? Well, don't say that, because that sounds arrogant. It presupposes that there's a job opening. So are there any jobs that are within me getting promoted? Are there any jobs like a supervisor, assistant supervisor, something like that, the position you want to go for? What do I got to do to get there? And then they're like, oh, okay, that's a little bit of hustle. That's not ass kissing, that's hustle, all right? And but as for Walmart, I don't know, show up on time, don't be drunk. This isn't exactly like you're working at some hoity-toity big-time law firm over in Washington, D.C. I'd imagine they're having trouble, especially in Bismarck. And if it's $14 an hour, yeah, even though the Bakken oil field may not be as booming as it once was, it still seems, if that's your market wage, still seems like they're having a hard time finding people to work there. So I would, just show up on time, do a good job, find out what is in demand, what they have an opening for, find out what you got to do to get there. Hopefully be along the lines of accounting, because you're majoring in that. But yeah, but I would not. And then there's nothing wrong with Walmart. You know, you could go mail room to boardroom. But don't just think, oh man, Walmart's the place to be. Me personally, I think working security would be a way better job. It allows you to study. You probably make about the same amount of money. And yeah, just working at Walmart. And there's nothing wrong with working at Walmart, but like you're stocking shelves, you're cleaning aisles, and that's fine. That's cool. But you're not double dipping. You're not doing anything else while you're getting paid that wage. Again, working security, library assistant, parking lot attendant. Well, I don't know if there's any parking lots in Bismarck. But that's what I would do is not just think, oh, my future is with Walmart. Could be. They could say, hey, look, kid's got hustle, and then all of a sudden you're a manager, and then you're regional director, and then you're vice president, and then they call you down to, it's not Ann Arbor, Michigan, someplace in Arkansas. Benton, Arkansas. Is that it? Beck in Arkansas? Then you're at the corporate headquarters. And you'll say, oh, I owe it all to Asshole Consulting. And you'll hire me for a multi-million-dollar contract. I wouldn't worry about your age. You're fine. This upcoming summer, should I take a 9-credit course load or get a 20 to 25 hour per week part-time job? I'm eternally grateful for my parents allowing me to live at home while I get the fuck out and rocket myself into financial independence. No, dude, what's the social life? Why do you want to get out of your folks' home? You're in Bismarck. Come on. What's the hot nightclub? You go to the Perkins over there on Highway 94? Is that the big to-do? Stay at home. Don't burn yourself out. You don't need the extra money. And look, get done with college, all right? Get that fucking done with. Then you'll be able to permanently get out of your folks' place quicker. All right? You don't need to be working another... Look, you're young, you know what you want to study, and you're not majoring in stupid shit. Knock that fucking shit out as quickly as possible. All right? If you still got a little bit extra time, I'd recommend the security guard gig, okay? That'll help you study. But yeah, you don't need another job if you're going to school full time. Just knock it out. Get your associates done. My school only offers an arts associates in accounting. Will this affect employment prospects at all? Well, no, because yes and no. An arts associates in accounting is good, but it's only a 2-year degree, so you could expect to be maybe a bookkeeper or a data entryman. You're going to need a 4-year degree, and then if you want to continue on to get your CPA, you might have to get some master's classes. It depends on what North Dakota offers. I do know the University of North Dakota does have a pretty prominent online program. I could get my doctorate in economics there. I was like thinking, I could get my doctorate in economics. Wait. Why the fuck would I do that? Then I have to go work for somebody. And so it's going to help you for a 2-year degree. Yeah, it's a great 2-year degree, but you're going to need to go on and get a 4-year degree, and then probably most likely your CPA if you want to make big bucks. Will that affect my employment prospects at all? Yes, because you won't be able to, when they say bachelor's required, they will throw your resume in the garbage. I don't plan on pursuing the CPA until I have some experience in the field. Well, that's fine. That's good. I don't think it would hurt you to pursue the CPA because it takes a while to pursue it. So you might as well be getting work experience and then taking your classes at night. It says, I'm saving for a condo. Should I put my savings into a CD? I can't give you financial advice. You want to throw your money into something that will have very low risk, something that will not lose its money over time. So CDs have traditionally been that. Money markets are also another thing you could traditionally invest in. But yeah, the problem is if you just let it sit in cash, then it's eroded away by inflation. But yes, CDs are some low risk. There's still risk involved. You can still lose money, but there's a low risk, low rate of return investment. So yeah, CDs are as good as any. The problem that you're going to run into, though, some of you want to know, a couple friends, is like a lot of people now, read the book or paying attention, they're saving up quite a down payment. They have quite a war chest built up, where they got 50, 60, 70, even 80 or $100,000. And then it's like, okay, now that you're losing out, that money should be invested somewhere and earning money somewhere. And if you get to that point that you have that much money saved up, like you're not just putting a down payment on a house, but you're buying 40 or 50% of a house, now you can start looking at, okay, you should invest it in rental property or get a condo and rent it out to some buddies because now that money would earn rental income, which is going to provide you a place to live, and two, provide you rental income, which is going to provide typically a higher rate of return than CDs. You'd have to crunch the numbers and figure it out for yourself, because some housing prices, like in Melbourne, Australia, or San Francisco or Vancouver, are insane relative to rents. But if you're in Bismarck and like you're sitting on 60 grand, all right, well maybe you ought to, fine, go buy a condo, have yourself a place to live, rent it out, or hell, buy a condo, stay living at home with your parents, rent out to your buddies that you trust, make some cash. You're going to earn more than that 0.5% on a CD. And then because you have such a low mortgage balance, your mortgage payment will be quite low. You'll be making some pretty good cash. But I'm going to assume you don't have anywhere near that much, so just leave it in the CD. 6, I have a friend who wants to go to New York to do some interpretive finger painting or bullshit. Should I give her my copy of Worthless, or should I save it for someone who may actually be salvageable? Well, if she's not salvageable, why would you bother giving her that book? Here's the problem. See, this is a good question. I don't know where I fall on this. What kind of girl is she? Is she a leftist? Did she vote Hillary? Here's what I would determine. If she is a leftist and she is rah-rah Hillary and she can't wait to suck those Indians' dicks over there protesting the frickin' oil pipeline, that's what is this a good person? Is this a person who stabs me in the back, constantly jacking up my taxes, voting Democrat? If she is, let her fucking go to New York. Let her go. All right, and then after a year or two, maybe give her the book, but let her go. Let her ruin her life by her own hand. All right, I wrote a piece, what was it? Let the left hang themselves, or give them enough rope to screw themselves, or let the left sleep in their own bed. Let her go. Now, if she's a good, nice North Dakotan girl, you guys went to church together, or she's just a nice gal, and maybe she's just a little misled, and you're friends, you actually like this girl, go up to her, say, Amy, whatever her name is, look, you're going to make a big mistake. I like you. You're a good friend of mine, not in a romantic way. You just like her. You want to make sure. Please read this book before you go. And then you got to play the female mind games, because they're female. See, they don't think logically or straight. They're all, ah. And you almost give her a book, but then when she reaches out, oh, but wait, and then well maybe I would. I'm not going to give it to you unless you read it, and you're going to read it by like 3 days from now. Okay. So you get it. Wait, do you promise? And then she'll just be like, oh, he's telling me I can't do something. Well, I'm going to go, hey, give me. And then she'll probably read it. You say, 3 days. This is a very important book to me. Very important book to me. I want it back. And don't just throw it in, okay, you're not going to, I want it back. And then now that you've tempted her, you've taunted her, say, you dangled it. Oh, no, you can't have it. And then they want it, see. And then not only will she'll read it, but she probably won't even know what's in it, because she just, I got to read it so I can just prove to him. And then that's how reverse psychology with women work. What's sad is that's actually going to be more successful. They say, hey, I really care about you. I wish you'd consider reading this book before you head off to New York. Oh, yeah? Fuck you. Don't you tell me. Yeah. But if you do that, no. I mean, that's all I got. I hope that helps out. Yeah. Best luck to you. Toodles.